We'll move on now from the India Mobile Congress and talk about another subject that we all love. Food. Who doesn't love food or binging on food, right? It's festive season as well. And just ahead of Diwali, two of the country's largest restaurateur associations, the NRAI and the FHRAI, have come together against their pretty much a common enemy that we've seen over the last few months. I'm talking about the food technology apps and aggregators led primarily by Zomato. Restaurateurs are threatening to introduce the logout campaign for food delivery. What's irking them this time round? It seems that Zomato Gold is impacted, as they claim, 34% of their profits, and these associate bodies are advising their members to log out. Rahul Kumar spoke with the NRAI's Anurag Katriyar as well as Gurbashish Singh Kohli of FHRAI. Here's why the restaurateurs are upset.
What is new today is two of the biggest bodies have come together. Understand now what is most significant thing of today is no more about an association. It's about the fraternity at large. The F&B fraternity is suffering. So far, the members of NRA have logged out. Now FHRAI members will also log out. The whole idea is let's protect our industry, and that's the next big thing.
So combining together, how many members do you both have?
See, we have about, only HRAI has about 8,000 members, but FHRAI with their ancillary and affiliate associations almost 20,000. And I think they would have almost an equivalent members. So there's about, we are talking about 30,000-40,000 members.
So are you going to ask all your members to log out from the dining facility of Zomato?
We have already done that. In fact, we have advised people, and we have basically inspired them, and we have educated them on why Zomato Gold is not great for them. And people have logged out voluntarily, and the logout continues. Lots of people are still logging out on a daily basis. Some people gave 45-day notice, as was stipulated in one of their contracts, and the thing continues.
Initially, if you were against many online aggregators in dine-out facilities such as Dine-Out as well. So what made truce between Dine-Out and NRAI, and why not Zomato right now?
So the Dine-Out team understood that deep discounting cannot build an industry, and it can only hurt an industry. They tweaked their programs, they spoke to us, we had long negotiations, and ultimately we came to some agreeable terms where both the parties and the consumers are in a win-win situation. With Zomato Gold, we met them with the same intent. Unfortunately, they are very stuck up with one of the products called Zomato Gold, which is, as I like calling them, poster boys of deep discounting. And as long as Zomato Gold is there, there cannot be any truce with Zomato Gold. We did advise them on tweaking the program of Zomato Gold, but they chose to ignore our advice.
What was your advice basically?
No, we had if you ask me, the first advice was, why don't you just shut it down and come up with something better? Because deep discounting, or we said tweak the program where the impact of the discounts is lesser. It is not deep discount of 50% or thereabouts. We also told them, if you want to roll back over a period of time wherein in the interim you continue to fund the losses that we are incurring. I don't know if you're aware, the entire discount on Zomato Gold is funded by us. Zomato doesn't spend a penny on that, and that is what we had suggested to them. They ignored it. What they came back with was what I thought not addressing the core issue of deep discounting. They tweaked the usage term of the consumers after telling that they can use it only once a day or so, and so on and so forth, which will reduce the impact of discount perhaps on the restaurant. But I think it's unfair. I mean, it's like changing goalposts unilaterally, first with restaurants, now with consumers. And we don't trust them on this. We don't trust that they will keep up to their words. So this is where Zomato is still stuck. While, as you said, Dine-Out came back to us.
I wanted to understand from you, Gurbakh sir, just how this Zomato Gold has impacted the Dine-Out business out of percentage, if you can quantify.
See, you need to understand, all of us need to understand firstly that Zomato Gold was started as a loyalty program to be used or distributed by loyal customers. Loyalty program is for loyal customers, and what it was announced as or introduced to us was it will be for very few people, maybe 2,000-4,000 people all over pan India, and there was a level of we saw some good in it. Our association or even our members saw some good in it, but it suddenly changed into a like free for all. It was like जो पैसा देगा वो इस लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम को खरीद सकता है. लॉयल्टी प्रोग्राम बोल ही नहीं सकते आप उसको. एंड दैट हैज रियली हर्ट अस. And because after the discounting, it impacts to almost 34-35% discounting. I don't think any restaurant can afford it, and I'm sure Zomato knows about it.
You said the poster boy of deep discounting is Zomato Gold, but Zomato Gold is also introduced now in online food deliveries. How do you see that?
Probably a sign of the desperation to keep the gold alive, because with all the good restaurants going away, right now if you look at Zomato Gold and dine-in, only recognizable restaurants are the restaurants which are part of the hotels, which will probably be going away soon. And if that happens, then there is already lots of them have already logged out, and once that happens, then what is left of gold? So in a desperate move, they extended it to delivery. Now understand, they started gold with the purpose of promoting dining in culture, and now the same program is extended to delivery. So it's once again a game of changing goalposts.
So can we see some log-out campaign in delivery as well going forward?
We can't rule it out. The way things are going, we can't rule out. Yes, we are being very patient, because we don't want to disrupt the businesses across the board, despite the pressure from our own members. But if their intent is not to resolve, then we will do what it takes.
Well, that's restaurateurs up in arms, but will they walk the talk as well? It's very easy to say and threaten to log out. It's festive season, at least in North India where I'm from, Diwali parties, cart parties, rely a lot on delivery. So will they do that, and what is considered to be a very busy time? People are not going to restaurants, but rather ordering in. Let's see how this one pans out and how Zomato also responds. In the past, we have seen founder Dipinder Goyal completely not being interested in giving in to the restaurateurs. With that, we're going to take a short commercial break, but stay tuned to this very special edition of Startup Central. On the other side, a lot more lined up for you, including one of India's finest hoteliers and the first luxury chain in 30 years checking in overseas.